Classroom management is something that all teachers need to be familiar with in order to have a successful class. While observing my 4th grade class this semester, I observed some techniques that did not always have the best results and others that seemed to work great. So I decided for my action research project, I wanted to research some techniques that are proven to be successful in the classroom and then compare them to some methods that were used in my classroom that didn't work. One method that has been studied and determined to be successful is the method of managing the instruction. The management of instruction has been defined as integration of teaching environment and learning experiences in line with the objectives. Some important findings that the study in this article presented were the importance of the warm-up. The warm-up should start the class off in a controlled manner. During the warm-up, many teachers start the class off with a joke or some sort of attention getter to get the students focused and attentive to the teacher from the very beginning. Another key technique used that helped in keeping students focused and engaged in the lesson was eye contact. The teachers constantly kept eye contact with their students and were able to pick up certain behaviors that were distracting the students or keeping them from doing their work. The eye contact was also a good tool in giving the students an expression of "pay attention to me" with their eyes rather than disrupting the class by having to stop and say something to the student. The constructivist learning approach states that teachers should rearrange their classrooms often to fit the current occasion. It allows students to still be successful even when there are different behavioral changes they have to face. This approach also talks about the importance of having a student-teacher dialogue rather than a teacher monologue. This method of instructing helps prevent communication cuts in the classroom. Students are not able to interrupt the teacher and throw the whole class off topic if the students and teacher are having a discussion together about the lesson. The constructivist learning approach also encourages teacher to use the questioning learning technique. Questioning and criticizing information helps students learn the information efficiently. The book Teaching in the Middle School by Manning and Butcher give 5 different beliefs that every teacher should know about classroom management. One important belief is that teachers should teach self-discipline and expected behaviors. Teaching students how they should act, how to achieve those behaviors, and what is expected of them will help the classroom be more successful and will give the students the responsibility of acting appropriately in the classroom. In the video I watched, the teacher is implementing the technique of teaching the students expected behaviors. She is teaching them how they should act in her classroom using her 8 keys of excellence, which are her rules for the classroom. She introduces 1 key a day the first week of school and shows the students what she expects of them and what each key means in the classroom. The teacher explains that the students do a better job of not getting distracted by other students because she doesn't have to stop and correct behavior in her classroom. If something happens during class, she just hands the student the key, and then at the end of the class, they discuss the problem. The teacher in the video also uses the keys when the students are using the 8 keys of excellence correctly. If someone is speaking with good purpose, which is one of her keys, she will place it on their desk to show them that they are following the rules and they are doing a good job. The website honorlevel.com talks about the different stages of discipline and how important it is to be familiar with those stages in order to have a successful classroom. Stage 1 is the power stage. This is the stage where students refuse to follow the rules, and it is in part because the power is not set in the teacher's hands. The teachers need to instill that she is in charge and the boss of the classroom and have the power in her hands to make the students follow her rules. Stage 2 is the self-serving behavior. This is a stage where students will follow the rules because they receive a reward at the end, or they follow them because they do not like the punishment they receive when they don't follow the rules. Stage 3 is the interpersonal stage. This is where students behave because they want to please the teacher and their parents. They care about what other people think about them, and they want the teacher to like them as well. Stage 4 is the self-discipline stage. These students behave because they know it is the right thing to do. Many students do not consistently function at this stage. Most students are in between stages 2 and 3. It is important for teachers to recognize the stages that their students are on and try to work with them throughout the stages. Working with them includes noticing when a student regresses from a stage and finding the reason that they are failing into a different stage, such as family issues or other problems they are facing, and also helping them progress into the next level stage. The chart shown is a chart of some of the observations I witnessed in my 4th grade English Language Arts Social Studies classroom, with some of the techniques that research has suggested and the outcomes of both.